see like debonair, and I think as he gets older, he's going to adopt rather. Hi everyone, welcome back to No Light Tarot. My name is Hallie, so grateful to have you all. Let's get into this reading. I'm really excited to be doing this. I am starting 2024 half year predictions. Every beginning of the year I do 2024 or I do the year predictions. And then in the middle of the year I do half year predictions. So I'm going to start off with Harry Styles. I had a lot of allergies and I lost my voice, so my voice is coming back. So that's why I'm able to record today. So if it sounds like my voice is a bit weird and I'm having trouble speaking, that is why. Please make sure you subscribed, like the video if you like it. Most of you are Harry fans, and I'm so grateful that you watch and that you continue to watch. This reading has just come from a place of love, fact-based, so please just keep that in mind. Okay, so let's get into this. I'm really excited to be doing this. I'm pulling his career, his love, and then his well-being. With career, 8 of Wands, I get very strongly, if you can see here, I'm using the Lightseer's Tarot. I get very strongly that there's a sense of he's manifesting something, co-creating with other people. I think that this has been going on for quite some time. I did see last year, this time, him doing something with, I think it was Stanley Tucci. Some of you in the comment section, I described the man and he said it was Stanley Tucci, which makes sense. But I see like a suit, I see suits, I see shoes, I see like debonair, and I think as he gets older, he's going to adopt more of a debonair type of energy and style. So I see that very strongly, something collective, creative. Aquarius, Sun and Aquarius, we tend to be very creative people. We like to do many things that are creative. I'm a Sun Aquarius, and I always say this, everybody's different, and I don't mean to take depression lightly, but for myself, I often, if I can't be creative, or if I feel like I can't be independent, it makes me depressed, So we often use creativity as a way to expand ourselves. That's why we often look different. We often set trends because we're like, oh yeah, that the planet, the partial ruler of Aquarius is Uranus. That Uranus is like something that's quirky, and that's why lots of us, we have like this quirkiness to us, and oftentimes have like an off-kilter type of style because we like to be creative and stand out, in our own way. We like to be different. And he wants to make a mark on fashion. I see that happening. I wouldn't even be surprised if his fashion label is called something like Water Bearer, something to do with Aquarius. I wouldn't be surprised about that. So as I move on to love, I got the World card. And this tells me that he has, I believe, kind of like a crush, a liking towards somebody else. Now, if I were to give Harry advice, I'm not saying that I am giving him advice, I would tell him to be single for at least 1 year. That is because a lot of Aquarius, sometimes we can become very codependent. I want to tell you guys a story. I was, as a Sun in Aquarius, in relationships since I was a teenager. Until I was in my mid-20s, I had been in relationship. And when I turned, I think it was 25, I decided, I'm going to be single for a while. So for 1 year, I made a promise to myself that I was going to be single. I wasn't going to date anybody. And it was very I don't want to say to be cheesy, but I realized a lot about myself. I realized so many things that if I were in a relationship, I wouldn't. And one of the things that I realized is that I had a tendency to be codependent. And I see that very strongly in him, which is a very Aquarius thing. And I think sometimes when we hide, in air signs in general, because I see Libras doing it too, I see Gemini's doing it too. We can tend to hide in relationships, but instead of that relationship helping us thrive, sometimes we give more to the other person and we lack giving to ourselves. So that's why I would recommend 1 year that he is alone. So with his well-being, Ace of Swords, I see very strongly the sense of thinking. Aquarius, we are the mind thinkers. But I think he needs to take a step back. A lot of this year, my advice to him would be to take a step back. I don't think he's going to, because I strongly see him overanalyzing, overthinking, learning to not trust people, which often happens, when you're in your 30s and so forth. You start to see different sides to people. Fame brings out a different side to people too. But he might become very paranoid of the people around him, and not necessarily. I think that some people are to be cautious of. Check out my last video about it. But I do think that he shouldn't be over cautious and over distrusting. There are some people, and he will get the flow of it, over time he'll definitely get the flow of it, but I just encourage him to practice using his intuition to see things, because Aquarius, we tend to be very intuitive people. We see things about people, we're like, you know what, we'll let that pass. But now as I get older, I don't let it pass. If somebody does certain things, I call it out, including myself. I call it out so that the air is clear, because that's what we like. Aquarius, we tend to like clear air. We don't like to hold on to things, especially as we get older. And I'm speaking from a matured stance of Aquarius, because I think there's a lot of jaded Aquarius that give us a bad rap that I've seen, that I've dated, can be very jaded. In fact, I had a work bully quite a long time ago. She was an Aquarius, and she was very guarded, jaded, and that's what can happen with Aquarius, because we are often misunderstood. We can feel like the world is against us, and it's important to make sure that we don't get into that habit. So the Lovers, Six of Cups, and Two of Wands in reverse. I do see here a connection coming through, but like I said, I strongly believe that because Six of Wands, especially him giving again, his relationship problems, I think, stem from his need to give, which is very Aquarius, and to people please others, but then he only depletes himself. So that's what I have for you guys. I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. Please like the video if you liked it. Subscribe. Take care.